Hello everyone, this is Tom Fox and I'd like to welcome you to the Daily Compliance News. The Daily Compliance News is an offering of the Compliance Podcast Network. November 6, 2018. First up is an article in the National Law Journal by Ryan Barber about some remarks by the SEC Foreign Bribery Chief Charles Kane, who indicated that the SEC may be looking at industries that it has not previously considered in the past for FCPA enforcement action. He pointed as an example to the financial industry, which until a couple of years ago had not gotten close scrutiny from the SEC. This is consistent with the SEC's and, frankly, DOJ's industry sweeps that we've seen in energy, pharma, and tech. So it'll be interesting to see where this may go going forward. Next comes an article by an online publication called Devdiscourse, which shockingly says that bribery and corruption still exist in emerging markets and that the perceived level of bribery and corruption has actually increased. Executives from surveyed in EY's Emerging Market Integrity 2018 report said that bribery and corruption still are rampant in emerging markets. This was a very interesting finding, and it also points to the continued risk of doing business in emerging markets. Doesn't mean you can't do it. It simply means that you need to have a higher risk management strategy and profile around this. Next, we have an article by Harry Casson in the FCPA blog about what the OECD calls golden passports. And these are schemes, or really programs rather, that foreign nationals of one country can buy a passport and garner citizenship by investment in other countries. And the article really talks about some of the known money laundering countries such as Malta, Monaco, and Cyprus, which are well known for selling passports. They gave a list of OECD-flagged high-risk countries in the article. I really thought that it's important to note that many countries have this type of program. The United States has it, Canada has it. So there's nothing wrong with holding a golden passport for investment. But the list of countries is really the who's who of high-risk countries in terms of money laundering, in terms of perhaps bribery and corruption, but certainly money laundering and shell companies. Just means that if you're doing business with someone that holds a passport in one of these countries, you need to be aware of that, and you need to do a deeper dive level of due diligence on them going forward. We end today with an article by Francine McKenna in MarketWatch, where she takes a look at the comments by the head of SEC enforcement that you shouldn't look at the quantity, but look at the quality of SEC enforcement actions. This is Tom Fox. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Daily Compliance News. And I hope you will check back every day as I go through some of the top stories. Once again, if this is a series that you enjoy or like or you find useful, I hope you will let me know as I consider whether I will move this forward into 2019. Please give me an email at tfox@tfoxlaw.com, or you can leave a comment on any of the sites where I list this podcast. Thanks again, and I hope you'll join me tomorrow for the Daily Compliance News.